welcome to Sunday morning. This is going to be the very first clip of a new series, a new vlog. So I've been watching a ton of vlogs recently and actually loving them, kind of seeing like the inside scoop of people's everyday lives. And we have kind of an interesting one right now, renovating our house, and I do a lot of videos anyways on my phone, and I thought why not just compile them into a kind of cool little vlog for people to watch if they're interested. So on the schedule right now is to tear out the multiple layers of fence. I only did a few sections. They're super heavy, and they're really difficult for me to do by myself. So I have recruited Josh to help me move them after I kind of pull them off of the chain link. Oh, my arm is tired from doing that. And he just ran out to the Harbor Freight to get a pole saw, a pole chainsaw. Basically, we have a tree that's kind of hanging over our driveway and kind of going towards our roof a little bit. So we're gonna cut that down, and we have a few stumps we need to remove. So Josh is gonna try his hand at that. Stay. Stay. Go on. Good girl. Okay, so I thought I'd go ahead and just show you what we're gonna work on today. So, welcome to our backyard. So this right here is our electrical. We just ran it, so it runs from here through there. This was all an open trench, like hopefully you saw in the stories on Instagram. So then the electrical comes up, and we've just run it on the underside of the carport for now. We have these bushes or trees, small trees. I think they're probably some kind of juniper, and they're just hanging out right where we need to bury the electrical, and we're not really sure what we want to do with them yet. This is the current state of our backyard. It needs some work. So this is what I started on yesterday. This is the chain link. This is, I'm assuming, the original fence that was here for this property. And then there's about, 2 feet at least of room between our fence and the neighbor's fence, which technically is just extra room on our property. So we have these layers of fence here, and they've got these, this is how they're attached. Basically, they have these wires that connect to this pole on the chain link. And then it also has these boards that run across the length and kind of hold them together. And they're only secured at, they're only secured at one spot each. So I've started piling them up here. Like I was saying, they're super heavy. And then what we've done in the past to remove the chain link that's in the front is just take either a saw, like dig around the poles. First you kind of snip these little ties, and then you can roll off the actual like chain link netting. And then you go behind with these poles, and you either dig around the base and snip it below the surface and fill back in, or Josh, because he's so strong, can basically like push it back and forth and then pull them out of the ground, concrete and all. So that may be an option, but for these larger ones, they're definitely way more difficult to get out. So probably snip those and fill in. I'm not sure. To save time, we may just snip them and fill in for all of them, because it's also, I'm sure, extremely horrible for Josh to be pulling those out by hand for his body. So that is what we're working on. We have this massive pile of wood that is currently on Facebook Marketplace. Hopefully, I've had someone who messaged me that's interested, so hopefully they come and pick some of that up tomorrow. And yeah, this is where our giant camper was. So we just got basically like a quarter of the backyard back, which is awesome. We have a ton of sand and random junk back here. So we're hopefully going to be getting a dumpster later this week, hopefully Thursday. And if we do, I'll definitely show that. Clean up all of this junk that we don't want. Most of it will go into the dumpster. Some of the stuff we're able to sell, and some of it we're able to use, and what's left after that is going in the dumpster. So that's the plan for now, and then we'll get a mini excavator or a bobcat or something equivalent and just come in here and scoop up all of this mulch and all of the sand and basically level out this space. So we've kind of been blessed with this whole quarantine thing, the stay-at-home thing that is currently happening. As horrible as that is to say, we've been taking the extra time at home to help this property out because it is really just gross right now, and our hope is to rent out both properties, and no one's going to want to rent it with all this back here. So we're making progress, slowly chipping away at it when we can. We're both working full-time jobs, which we're both very lucky and grateful to have still right now. So yeah, that is where we stand. Oh, one last thing. So this is the tree I was talking about. Hopefully you can see that. It's very bright out. But it's actually starting to bloom, which is very exciting because we weren't sure if it was dead or alive. It has some scarring on the bark at the bottom, but you can see this branch here is kind of hanging over. This is where Josh usually parks, right behind this gate. So we need to trim this basically here, and we'll probably have to get up on the ladder, and he'll use the pole saw and just snip, 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 snip into it. So Josh has come back with his pole saw, and that means that I'm gonna get to work on getting the rest of the wooden fences that I showed you earlier kind of dislodged from the chain link. So I'm gonna set you down and show you what I'm doing. This is the wire like I talked about earlier. So basically what I do is I get these wire cutters, and let me switch hands, I'm not a lefty. I basically just kind of pull the snippers in and just snip, and then pull those away, and then I'll go along with the screwdriver and get those screws out. What the heck are you doing? So naughty. Just finished up. Hopefully Josh can come out and help me move these bad boys. Welcome to Monday. We got some exciting deliveries that I realized I never even showed you. Jeez, this camera keeps not focusing. There we go. I feel like a grandma trying to work this camera. Earlier this week, Josh went to his office to go pick it up. Is our mini split. So we don't have any AC right now in the back house. So we've got our, this is a 1.5 ton heat pump. And so this is the outdoor unit. And then the indoor unit is this little fan coil unit. It's a wall mounted unit. So when we install that, I'll show it. Josh has officially secured our dumpster. So we're going to be getting a dumpster delivered on Wednesday, and it was actually much cheaper than we thought it was gonna be. It is $400, I think it's $400 for, yeah, $400 for 2 weeks, and there is a weight limit, but the weight limit is like 4 tons or something, so like 8,000 pounds of junk that we can throw into this thing, and then every additional ton, which is 2,000 pounds, is like an extra $60 or something. So Very excited. We're gonna actually get to clean up the yard now because right now we just have junk everywhere, as you've seen. So super excited. I feel like once we get some of this stuff in the dumpster, we're gonna feel like cleansed of this junk that was never ours and we just inherited from the previous owner. So that's everything that has happened in the last 24 hours that I haven't filled doing in. I'll leave you here for the day, guys. Bye. Welcome to Tuesday. So today we're gonna do a little bit of work on the fence and that's probably it. I have roped Josh into helping me. He didn't really want to do it yet. It's kind of like, it's work that we can do, but it's not work. Ooh, very zoomed in. It's not work that we really need to do, but I feel a lot better when we're doing things and being productive. So I've bugged him enough that he is gonna help me. So I'm gonna go ahead and get changed and then I'll show you where we get to today. We've taken down some of the fence around here and piled them up here, and then basically our plan is to connect to the neighbor's fence. So I think we're gonna chop the chain link and basically move this piece of fence that's way up there and kind of fix it to their fence, and then I can start taking some of this off without worrying that little Zeepy will get out. 'Cause she's tricky like that. Welcome to Wednesday morning. It's about 10:30 and Josh and I were just working and the dumpster is here. So I wanted to show you. I don't want to creep too hard on the guy that's dropping it off, but I'm very excited. And how sad is it that the most exciting delivery we get all week is a dumpster? A dumpster. This is home ownership, people. And welcome to Saturday. We just finished up going to Home Depot and buying some plants. We are landscaping a little bit of the front yard today, which has been planned for a very long time. And I'm very excited because it's finally, like, there's enough plant selection at the garden centers that we can actually go and get some like good quality stuff and start working on it. So I have been having lots of calls with my dad because he owns a landscaping business. So I'm like, what plants should I get? I will show you what we got and where they're going. We are all wrapped up for the day. This one's my favorite. Hi guys, welcome to Sunday. This is going to be the start of a new vlog. I'm actually going to cut off the last vlog here because I don't want them to get too long. So I'm going to cut this one off here, and then this is exactly where I'm going to pick up next week. So I'll see you in my next one.